Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. The evening psalm right here. Here's Shalom Chaverim. Psalm 48 for the second day of the Shabua here for the Rastafari Mondays podcast. Here's Psalm 48.
Psalm 48. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised in the city of our God, in the mountain of his holiness. Beautiful for situation, the joy of the whole earth, is Mount Zion on the sides of the north, the city of the great King. God is known in her palaces for a refuge. For lo, the kings were assembled. They passed by together. They saw it, and so they marveled. They were troubled and hasted away. Fear took hold upon them there, and pain as of a woman in travail. Thou breakest the ships of Tarshish with an east wind. As we have heard, so have we seen in the city of the Lord of hosts, in the city of our God. God will establish it forever. Selah. We have thought of thy loving kindness, O God, in the midst of thy temple. According to thy name, O God, so is thy praise unto the ends of the earth. Thy right hand is full of righteousness. Let Mount Zion rejoice. Let the daughters of Judah be glad because of thy judgments. Walk about Zion, and go round about her. Tell the towers thereof. Mark ye well her bulwarks. Consider her palaces, that ye may tell it to the generation following. For this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide forever, 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 forever.
መዝሙር 47 በቅንፍ 48 በሁለተኛ ሰንበት የቆሬ ልጆች የምስጋና መዝሙር። እግዚአብሔር ትልቅ ነው፣ በአምላካችን ከተማ በተቀደሰው ተራራ ምስጋናው ብዙ ነው። በሰሜን ወገን በመልካም ስፍራ የቆመ የምድር ሁሉ ደስታ የጽዮን ተራራ ነው። እርሱም የትልቁ ንጉሥ ከተማ ነው። እግዚአብሔር በአዳራሾቿ መጠጊያ ሆኖ ይታወቃል። እነሆ ነገሥታት ተከማችተው በአንድነት መጥተዋል። እነርሱ ሳይተው ተደነቁ፣ ደነገጡ፣ ታወኩ። መንቀጥቀጥ እንደ ወላድ ምጥ በዚያ ያዛቸው። በኃይለኛ ነፋስ የተርሴስን መርከቦች ትሰብራለህ። እንደ ሰማን እንዲሁ አየን። በሰራዊት ጌታ ከተማ በአምላካችን ከተማ እግዚአብሔር ለዘላለም ያጸናታል። አምላክ ሆይ በአሕዛብ መካከል ምሕረትህን ተቀበል። አምላክ ሆይ እንደ ስምህ እንዲሁም እስከ ምድር ዳርቻ ድረስ ምስጋናህ ነው። ቀኝህ ጽድቅን የተሞላች ናት። አቤቱ ስለ ፍርድህ የጽዮን ተራራ ደስ ይበለው፣ የአይሁድም ሴት ልጆች ሐሴት ያድርጉ። ጽዮንን ክበቧት፣ በዙሪያዋም ተመላለሱ፣ ግንቦቿንም ቁጠሩ። በብርታቷ ልባችሁን አኑሩ፣ አዳራሿን አስቡ፣ ለሚመጣው ትውልድ ትነግሩ ዘንድ። ለዓለምና ለዘላለም ይህ አምላካችን ነው፣ እርሱም ለዘላለም ይመራናል።
Intention generation we know, they never surrender to the empire, to the night in a revisionistic remember. Jah who give it son and moon and all propaganda. Ulterior motive coordinating a hidden agenda. As they chase it down between opulence, luxury and splendor. This is the agamy and the biology and the interior. The electromagnetic pull of our resources. We civilize the generation, tried by Jah. Tried by Jah. Tried by Jah. Tried by Jah. In the society of the rich and the poor and the lost, and I hear the anointed behind legs of God. Him the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Him the conquering lion of the tribe. In the society of the rich and the poor and the lost, and I hear the anointed behind legs of God. Him the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Him the conquering lion of the tribe. At the point the plan became introverted and finished, because the socialite K-pop was inadequate. And some of them still a bloom out in the wild nature farm. And toughen to the situation, special maneuver. And right still in a clear contact to Haile the Emperor. The generation again we can rely on. The conquering lion, no tighter. You're the only one we can rely on. The conquering lion, no tighter. You're the only one we can rely on. Son of God, son of man, in an enigma. It was Daniel in a bell and the dragon, if you didn't know that. The same one Daniel it was with the Michael Archangel. Man with eye like flame of fire from in the Old Testament. Christ in angel monarchy in a Rastafari cartel. In the society of the rich and the poor and the lost. And I hear the anointed behind legs of God. Him the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Him the conquering lion of the tribe. Hey, they let their intention be known. They never surrender to the empire, to deny in a revisionistic remember. Jah who give it sun and moon and all earth provender. Ulterior motive coordinating a hidden agenda. As they chase it down between opulence, luxury and splendor. The physiognomy and the biology and the interior. The electromagnetic pull of our resources. To civilize the generation, strive by Jah. 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 In the society of the rich and the poor and the lost. And I hear the anointed behind legs of God. Him the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Him the conquering lion of the tribe. In the society of the rich and the poor and the lost. And I hear the anointed behind legs of God. Him the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Him the conquering lion of the tribe. At the point the plan became introverted and finished. Because the touch like the K-pop was inadequate. And some of them still a bloom out in the wild nature fauna. And toughen to the situation, special maneuver. And rise still in a clear contact to Haile the Emperor. The generation again I go reflect the him harder. The conquering man lion of the tribe of Judah. In a conquer, they don't wanna call out, they cannot defeat these soldiers. The commercial industry build round singer and player. Singer and player. In the society of the rich and the poor. In the society of the rich and the poor and the lost. It's reaching at every medium where it can advertise in us. Cause they did not surrender in Ethiopia. Without the legacy and identity they couldn't take over. It has proven to be invaluable to the world over. You see Abyssinian medieval Gothic architecture. With the Byzantine Armenian in a prayer similar. Healing the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. And I heal the I-90, the I-Legs of Jah. Heal the I-90, the I-Legs of Jah. In the society of the rich and the poor and the lost. Make the precious cohesion ointment flow out like river. Recognize the humanity spectrum that dwell the boundary. It's a line what mutual respect not a crossover. In the society of the rich and the poor and the lost. And I hear the anointed, the guy legs of Jah. Him the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. He's the conquering lion of the tribe. Want to see your people development set the right course now. All the classes were increased, not the speed when one. When the spiritual and material essences can balance out now. The society of the rich and the poor. The society of the rich and the poor and the lost. Man, I hear the I-90, the I-less of Jah. The conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. The conquering lion of the tribe of Judah.
Yes. Okay, Becca right there. Give thanks, Rashimo right there. That was called Conquering Lion. Conquering
We can rely on. The conquering lion. Most lighter. You're the one we can rely on. The conquering lion. Most lighter. You're the one we can rely on. In a prison, in a jam,
And here, another recommended tune right here from I co-laborers. Here's Ross Attitude. Ross Attitude of Real from Fake. Yes, side.
It's attitude.
Jamaica is the real, different from the fake. Jamaica is the lion, different from the snake. If we arise from the slumber and the sleep, separate the wolves them, different from the sheep. Jamaica is the real, different from the fake. Jamaica is the lion, different from the snake. If we arise from the slumber and the sleep, separate the wolves them, different from the sheep. Universal reign of righteousness, completing Jaja works in a Rasta greatness. Militant soldiers on the battlefield, them can't separate it. Restoring Jaja earth from which the wicked man corrupted. Announce life to creation amongst them. Rectitude shall be for Jaja children sing. Jamaica is the real, different from the fake. Jamaica is the lion, different from the snake. If we arise from the slumber and the sleep, separate the wolves them, different from the sheep. Jamaica is the real, different from the fake. Jamaica is the lion, different from the snake. If we arise from the slumber and the sleep, separate the wolves them, different from the sheep. Check ya. Got everything, still them not thankful. Come with a bag of life to trick your people. Early morning, them not give thanks and praise. Come out a road with them nasty ways. Them a monkey sample. Them come and screw face with people. The Rasta man a tried it anciently. We stay burning evil. Jamaica is the real, different from the fake. Jamaica is the lion, different from the slave. If we arise from the slumber and the sleep, separate the wolves them, different from the sheep. Jamaica is the real, different from the fake. Jamaica is the lion, different from the slave. If we arise from the slumber and the sleep, separate the wolves them, different from the sheep. Jaja hammer them, scatter them. Righteousness will defend. Most High hammer them, scatter them. Jamaica is the real, different from the fake. Jamaica is the lion, different from the snake. If we arise from the slumber and the sleep, separate the wolves and different from the sheep. Jamaica is the real, different from the fake. Jamaica is the lion, different from the snake. If we arise from the slumber and the sleep, separate the wolves and different from the sheep. Far from His Majesty, I speak loud. The ones who are real to me, far from His Majesty, I speak loud. The ones who are real to me.
Yes, real from fake, speaking about that. Here we got, see them fake leaders, Ziggy Marley, check it.
We are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of election, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined.
See them fake leaders in the place of power they sit, from religion to politics, riding the wave of fear, starting fires they don't care, making enemies out of friends, killing thousands, hundreds and tens. If only they could lead the world to peace and prosperity. See them fake leaders. Now let me explain it real quick. 'Cause the system full of them tricks, and there is something you just can't miss. No matter what you think you're fighting for, to make rich those who profit from war. Look what they're doing to us people. If only they could lead the world to love and unity.
The excitement around your visit, Holy Father, must be attributed not only to your role as
Now
Pope,
I have seen where we will be and what's good for all of humanity. Not ruled by doctrines of supremacy or ideologies of bigotry. Some people live in their bubbles. Some people live behind their walls. Some people taken for granted. Some people taken advantage of. Now we will have to lead the world to peace and prosperity. Yeah, we will have to lead the world to love and unity. 'Cause them fake leaders in the place of power they sit, from religion to politics, riding the wave of fear, starting fires they don't care, making enemies out
Majesty, as a mature Christian, have you a special word for young people of these days?
በዚህ ቀን የኛ ግዛት ውስጥ ያለው ሁሉ ነው የምንናገረው።
On this occasion, I address also all those within our empire. Our Christianity is not restricted to a given church, and I stress above all that we do not wish to make distinctions. My advice to all is to fulfill the 10 commandments. You are aware of the contents of the 10 commandments and can elaborate on it. If the nation for which I am the emperor follows and accepts this, since it's also what I accept and follow, I would believe our country is not only historically Christian, but also actively Christian.
For my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Just ribby bang, come ribby bang, skeng, boom. Ribby bang, come ribby bang, skeng, bim. Ribby bang, come ribby bang. Honest paradise is king. But anybody to listen, I say so we get some confirmation and I respond to Mr. Jeddah. How goes there? Yeah, what's the booming up this there, man? Yeah. Just ribby bang, come ribby bang, skeng, boom. Ribby bang, come ribby bang, skeng. Ribby bang, come ribby bang, skeng. Me no holla for dope, me no holla for soap, me no holla for mass, your mark, neither love. Me no cry for no dignitary, no big soup. Me no cry for no kind, no three-piece suit. No cry for no money, no Chris Love coat. Me will cry for the youth. And me will cry for the youth. Let me have to cry for the youth in the khaki suit. We can't go to school without a Chris Vera boot. I'm up in the head, you know, but I take me for no fool. Yes, so forget me know me go to good school. Me no holla for dope, me no holla for soap, me no holla for mass, your mark, neither love. Me no cry for no dignitary, no big soup. No cry for no guy, no three-piece suit. No ball for no money, no Chris Love coat. Me will cry for the youth. And me will cry for the youth. Let me have to cry for the youth when I have nobody. Cry for the unwanted pick me. Me can't find mommy and me no have no daddy. The youth are the future for our country, but them not set up planning on the future for with them just a build me for steel and penitentiary. Watch me live my brother in a family. Come on, don't wake up and think nothing. If you stretch on me on for me hungry belly, me can't go to school, me no have no coffee. Me can't find a dollar for support lunch money. If you think I lie, you want me mom and daddy, but them can't get a work down in the factory. And everywhere them go is no vacancy. So me no holla for dope, me no holla for soap, me no holla for mass, your mark, neither love. Me no cry for no dignitary, no big soup. No cry for no money, no three-piece suit. No cry for no money, no Chris Love. But me will cry for the youth. And me will cry for the youth. Every day me get up and turn on TV. Show me man, see go be and song a whole day. And you Kingston and up down off a tree. No show me that they get up and fear poverty. We wake up now the morning and we start drink a tea. Me mama and daddy and them don't have no money. Me can't go to school, me don't have no coffee. But take it to the cat, man, while I watch it. So me no holla for dope, me no holla for soap, me no holla for mass, your mark, neither love. Me no cry for no dignitary, no big soup. Me no cry for no money, no three-piece suit. No cry for no youth, no Chris Love food. Me a go cry for the youth. If me have to cry for the youth, no the khaki suit. You can't go to school without a Chris Vera shoes. Take it from the class, nobody take me for no fool. Yes, so forget you go to pretty good school. Nobody no know, say they can't them on me roll. Me no holla for dope, me no holla for soap, me no holla for mass, your mark, neither love. Me no cry for no dignitary, no big soup. No cry for no money, no three-piece suit. But me a go cry for the youth. Yes, me a go cry for the youth when I have nobody. That one pants we have and it's a tear off away. And one shirt me have and it's a tear off away. And every day you get up and turn on TV, them show you.
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
Just when I thought everything was good, friend, I guess I misunderstood. Thought that we had mutual respect. Now I see the times that we get. So be careful who you choose as your friends, for they might let you down in the end. Just when I thought a real good friend I found, they pick you up and let you down. Them let you down, down, down. They let you down, 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 down. Them let you down, down, down. Down, 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 down. So my son, always bear in mind, a faithful friend is the hardest thing to find. It is better an open enemy. A false friend is the hardest thing to see, 'cause when times are good, well, our friends are plenty. In times of trouble, well, not 1 in 20. Just when I thought a real good friend I found, to pick you up and let you down. We were friends, we were friends. Real good friends, we were friends. We were friends, we were friends. And I remember when just when I thought everything was good, my friend, I guess I misunderstood. Thought that we had love and respect, but now I see the time that we get. So I'm careful who I choose as my friends, for they might let I down in the end. Just a thought, when I thought, them let you down, down. Them let you down, down, down. Them let you down, down, down. Down, 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 down. They let you down, down, down. Them let you down, down, down. Them let you down, down, down. Down, 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 down. We were friends, we were friends. Real good friends, real good friends. We were friends, we were friends. And I remember when we were good friends, real good friends.
Yes, you're listening to WSDB, Boom King International, Select Appeal at the control. Nice and easy.
Now bless up in the hand, guys, and bless it and bless this work. I receive it, you receive it, you have sent to it. And you receive it, you have sent, you receive it, and I die God. Fuck up to damn it, Smith and Charlie Chaplin.
You hear?
Giving ideas to others till I suffer. If you can see a devil, we shall bow and every tongue shall tell. Jahid the highest, me shall bow and every tongue shall tell you. Jahid the highest, for the thanks for all that you have done and for what you're doing now. Well, I'm not saying I might not do wrong again, but I promise this time I'll be a better friend. Every knee shall, every knee shall. Charlie Chaplin,
go with me there. Every morning me get up me under God vibe. Pray for the wicked man ship be captized. We want them realize how the God we recognize. So when it comes to God, Charlie, don't compromise. Remember the 10 virgins were chastised. 5 did the fool and 5 of them wise. Some of the sin now what about them baptized. But coming to take away not compromise. Give thanks and praise to the King. Oh now yes,
for all the loving and the joy he brings. He guides and protects us along the way, making provision for us every day. So on your knees, every last I pray.
Tribute to God itself.
I can find you enough in my December. Your love can't be measured. There are no words to describe you, but we bless thee for your everlasting show. We shall every coming principal.
And so that God's last year the first. Jesus Christ in his clinical rocks and come as a lamb to the slaughter. Ed cook and back a wash a bull buck and up a conqueror. Alpha and Omega, a karama I bashanti I. Yeah! Rastafari live in the heart of fire night. Yeah! Lightning God. Yeah! Thunder God and earthquake God. Yeah! Rastafari King highly. Do it!
Just shall break their band of thunder and toss away all their bad thoughts from us. That's a must, yes. To be the 50 Mount Zion so loud. Just have them in the reason. Well, if you know, say you what you Rasta man. El Coco and Garnet sing this a one Jaman. Charlie Chaplin is a true Rasta man. How you winning? Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall tell you that he is the highest. We shall bow and every tongue shall tell that he is the highest. Father, thanks for all that you have done.
Yeah.
as he was there, along with caution and control. I the man was there, played my instrument of 10 strings, in my peaceful rest. It's like a slice of death. Somewhere over there, I'm with my friends in the spirit, in my peaceful rest. It's like a slice of death. Somewhere over there, I'm with my friends in the spirit.
So much love to all my friends. So much love to all my friends. When I say more, you say fire. More fire. King Selassie as the Almighty I mean, big bad sound like justice. This is the Kalunja passing through. So much love to all my friends. 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 Much love to all my friends.
Here we have today's daily song. We have song time according to the law.
290. Only going to do a few more calls, get back to the music, and make room for Sounds of China.
Morning, WKCR.
Greetings.
Yes, sir.
In the name of the Most High, our Lord and Savior, the mightiest of them all, Jah.
Rastafari.
Yes. I want to say greetings to Vincent and greetings DJ Vince and greetings to my brethren Rambo. We're rough out every time. Yeah, and all of them greetings I come from Rough Commandos.
Yes, I.
But I want to let out something from the Bible. John say, if I had not been with the Lord who was on our side, no man, Israel say, if I had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rise up against us, then they had swallowed up us quick. When there was wrath was kicking up against us, then the water had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. Jah Rastafari liveth and reigning in the heart of I. Last year.
Yes, I.
Jah
Rastafari.
And give thanks.
Yes, Rough Commander there of today's daily Psalm 124.
Psalm 124.
מזמור קכ"ד שיר המעלות לדוד.
If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say,
לולא אדוני שהיה לנו יאמרנה ישראל.
If it had not been the Lord who was on our side,
לולא אדוני שהיה לנו.
when men rose up against us,
וקום עלינו אדם.
then they had swallowed us up quick.
אזי חיים בלעונו.
When their wrath was kindled against us.
בחרות אפם בנו.
Then the waters had overwhelmed us.
אזי המים שטפונו.
The stream had gone over our soul.
נחלה עבר על נפשנו.
Then the proud waters had gone over our soul.
אזי עבר על נפשנו המים הזדונים.
Blessed be the Lord.
ברוך אדוני.
Who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth.
שלא נתננו טרף לשיניהם.
Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers.
נפשנו כציפור נמלטה מפח יוקשים.
The snare is broken and we are escaped.
הפח נשבר ואנחנו נמלטנו.
Our help is in the name of the Lord.
אדוני, עזרנו בשם אדוני, עושה שמיים וארץ.
Who made heaven and earth. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breasts. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people, to whom he said, This is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing. Yet they would not hear. But the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, 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 hear the word.
Evil boy, everything takes time.
Shir HaMe'ilot, the Dawid, Psalm Kof Kaf Dalet, Psalm CXXIV, Psalm 124 in the Sefer Tehillim. Today's daily psalm, a song of deliverance, praise, eyes is for rescue from enemies. Shir HaMe'ilot, the Dawid, Lulei Yahuwah Shehaya Lanu, Yomar Na Yisrael, Lulei Yahuwah Shehaya Lanu, Be'kum Aleinu Adam, Ezai Chaim Be'la'unu Ba'harot Apam Banu, Ezai Hamayim Shetafunu Nachla Aber Alla Nafshenu, Ezai Aber Alla Nafshenu, Hamayim Hazedonim Beruka Yahuwah Shelo Nitatanu Terefa Leshnehem Nafashenu K'Sipora Nimalita Miyabach Yokashim Habach Nishabara Wa Anachnu Nima Alatnu Azarenu B'Shem Yahweh Ose Shamayim Wa'aret Song of deliverance, a song of ascent, Shir HaMe'ilot LeDavid, song of degrees of David LeDavid, Lule, except Lule Yehovah Shehaya Lanu, except that he who be who he be, Yehovah Sheh, the one Haya, the one who had been, who had been, Lanu for us, Yomar Na Yisrael. Make Israel now say, Yomar Na Yisrael, Lule Yahweh Shehaya Lanu, Yomar Na Yisrael. Let Israel now say. The psalm, today's daily psalm, according to the royal order of the Ethiopian Hebrews, after the order of Malachi Tzedek, Psalm Kof, Kaf, Dalet, Psalm 124. A song, an ode, a shir, a song of deliverance, Shir HaMe'ilot, a song of ascent, song of degrees, Lit Dawid. The psalm, the Mizmor here, was clearly occasioned by the passing of a recent danger. The occasion of today's daily psalm, Psalm Kof, Kaf, Dalet, Kof, Kaf, Dalet, Psalm 124, was occasioned by the passing of a recent danger, passing over of a recent danger. And like so many in this group, the Shir HaMe'ilot, the Aliyah, Me'ilot, Aliyah Psalms, the songs of degrees, the songs of going up, the songs of ascents, like so many in this group, it might have been the enmity, many of the scholars and sages say, of Sanballat, which was the menace, a menace to Child's society, Sanballat, and his enmity, his hatred, Sanballat. There was a menace wherein Elohim, the true God, the true good Ha-Elohim, had been the people's shield. So it's interesting, today's daily psalm is a song of deliverance, Shir HaMe'ilot, LeDavid, a song of ascents, of degrees, and was occasioned because of the passing over of a recent danger, and pointing out the enmity of Sanballat, who was a menace to Jah people's society, wherein Jah had been the people, I Jah people's shield. Lule, except if it had not, if it was not so, except Lule Yahuwah, Shehaya Alanu, Shehaya, who was for Shehaya, who was being, Haya, Wuhu, Haya, Wuhu, Vuhu, Hove, Wuhu, Yihye, Betifara, Lule Yahuwah, Shehaya, Haya, to be, even at the root of the ineffable, as it's called, the Yod Hey Weh, at the root of the Yod Hey Weh, we have in this first verse, in the Aleph, here in the Aleph verse of today's daily psalm from the Sefer Tehillim, the Psalter, chapter 124, Psalm 124, we have the first section, verses 1 to 5, wherein the peril, this is a song of deliverance, the passing over of a recent danger to Jah people. And here, firstly and foremostly, is the peril. Li Dawid, of David, as we have in the CXXII, verse 1, in Psalm 122, verse 1. But here, it is attested by the Targum, by the interpretation. Li Dawid, of David. Lule, except if it had not been. Lule, lanu, for us. Except what had not been, except who had not been, except he who be, Yahuwah, except Yahuwah, Shehaya, Haya, Yahuwah, Shehaya, Lanu, for us, the echoes of the prophetic teaching on Hashem, on Jah, on Ha-Elohim, the true God, the true good, as the Elohei, the Elohei of history, as the Elohim, the good, the God of history. If he had not been for us, if he had not been on I side, Lule, Yehovah, Shehaya, Lanu, Yomar na, Yisrael, make Israel, let Israel now say, may Israel now say, Yomar na, Yisrael, now, Yomar na, the Hebrew na, Yomar na, the na here, it emphasizes the verb, and it does not mean at the present time. It's like it emphasizes the verb, but it's not to mean at the present time. How do we explain this? Yomar na. Na is like I pray the I. Yomar na Yisrael. Yomar na. Let Israel, I pray that Israel would speak and be a witness and testify. The bait verse, the second verse, the bait verse, Lule Yahuwah, Shehaya lanu, Bi'um aleinu Adam. Bi'um aleinu Adam. If, except that he who be, who he be, Shehaya was, he who was, he who is, he who be, he who will be, Yahuwah, Lule Yahuwah, Shehaya lanu, for us, Bikum, when Kum rose up, Bikum Adam, Bikum aleinu, upon us, Adam, men and people. Adam, when Adam rose up, Bikum aleinu, Adam, when men rose up, when Adam rose up against us. This is, when we use the term Adam, it speaks of humanity in general, as we explained before, the Adam and the Ish. Right? When it says B'nai Ish, high and low, B'nai Adam. So the common man, general humanity is Adam. Particular higher man is the Ish. When men and people, in other words, rose up against I, when men and people, now the word chosen, it offers the sharpest possible contrast with Ha-Elohim, the true good, the true God, Yisrael's protector. We have the 8th Psalm and the 5th verse, around about the 5th verse, the 8th Psalm and the 5th verse. Let's bring this forward, brothers and sisters, right here. This is a Liku Batalawa song, right? The small, Tinishkin, Talak. No, we have verse 5 here. Let's just check this for y'all in Psalm 8, and that would be verse 4 in the KJV, where it says, what is man? What is man? Ma enosh, kia tizakir, tia kirenu, ki tizikrenu, ki tizikrenu. What is man? Ki tizikrenu, that thou, the I, male, art mindful of him. My enosh. So here we have enosh. Enosh is frail, is mortal man. And we have the Bar Enosh, the son of man, the son of man, the son of mortal man. Then we have Ubain Adam, Ki Tifa Kedenu, Ki Tifa Kedenu, Ki Tif Kedenu, that thou thinkest on him. Pakad, Fakad, Pakad, Pekud, Pakad, from the Pakad Shoresh, Kia Tiafik Edenu, Ubain Adam, Kia Tiafik Edenu, that thou art mindful of Bain Adam. Now here we have son of man, but it's the son of Adam, the son of Adam. Now, when we talk about the son of man within the Daniel sense, that's in the Aramaic, but there we have Bar Enosh. And Bar Enosh is the equivalent of Bar Enosh in that sense right there. So we have the Hebrew Adam in the second part of the verse derived from Adama, the Adama. The Adama is the earth. Adam from the Adama. Like we asked the question, well, who was Adam's mother? When Adam says, therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife. Well, who was Adam's mother? We have the Adama. Son of man is the equivalent of earthborn. So we have Enosh, frail, mortal man, Enosh, and then we have Adam, and a link with the Adama, that you will think, Kia, Tiafik Edenu, Ki, so that Tiafik Edenu, that you would think on, that you visited, Fakad, that you visited, that you think. The verb is used of Elohim's, his providential, Jehovah Jireh, Yahweh, Yireh, providing providential care of humanity. Genesis 21 and 1, and Exodus 3 and 16 being points of reference. Let's zoom in on who it is that rose up, Aleinu, Bekum, Aleinu, Adam, Bekum, Aleinu, Adam. When men rose up against I and I. Verse 3, the Gimel verse. Zai Hayim, Bila Unnu, Bacherot, Apam Banu. Then they would have swallowed us alive. Zai Hayim. Then Hayim, alive. Zai Hayim, then alive. Bila Onu, they would have swallowed us up. Bila Onu. Zai Hayim, then alive. Bila Onu, they would have swallowed us up. Bacherota Pambanu, when their anger, Apam, when their anger, Bacherot was kindled. The anger kindled Banu against us, against I and I and I and I. Then would the ones living have swallowed us in the provoking to anger of his wrath against us. Their wrath, when their wrath was kindled against us. Bacherot Apam Banu. Their wrath, Apam. The anger here, in connection with the interpretation of today's daily psalm, the Kof, Kaf, Dalet, the 124th Psalm, Psalm CXXIV. The wrath is the anger of Sanballat, which is mentioned in Nehemiah chapter 3, verse 33, as well as Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 1, their wrath, Bacherot apam panu, when their wrath was kindled against I. Ezai Hamaim, Shitafunu, Nachla Adar al Nafshenu. Then the waters, Ezai Hamaim, then the waters, Shitafunu, would have engulfed I. Nachla, the stream, Abar, al would have swept over al nafshenu, upon I soul, upon I psychic being. Then would the water have sunk us, shitafunu, ezai maima shitafunu. Then the waters would have engulfed us. Then the waters would have sunk us. Ezai hamaim shitafunu nachla abar al nafshenu. The rushing stream going over upon I soul. The stream, nachla, the nachla. The Nachla, like the Nahal, where we get the Nile, Nachla, the Nile, the stream, a mountain torrent swollen by the heavy rains. That's the Dalet verse, the 4th verse. Here is the Hay, the 5th verse is Zai Abar, al nafshenu. Then the raging waters would have swept over I soul. Surely went through our soul, or upon our soul. Izai abar al nafshenu. Izai abar al nafshenu. Surely went through or upon al nafshenu, I soul. Hamayim, Hazedonim, Hamayim, the water, unsubdued, Hazedonim, unsubdued, kind of raging, the sense of raging, the waters raging. Hamayim, Hazedonim. Now the word order is interesting because King James has a little different word order than the raging waters would have swept over our soul, but the Hebrew has more Zai, then, or surely then, Abar, going over, going through, the sense of going through, Abar, Ebra, Hebrew, Abar, going through and upon al nafshenu, our soul. Hamayim, the water. Hazedonim, the waters unsubdued, the waters raging. Then the proud waters. So that idea of the Hazedonim, the waters, Hamayim, Hazedonim, the waters being raging waters, the waters being unsubsided, unsubdued waters, the waters being proud waters, Hamayim, Hazedonim, had gone over and upon and through. That idea is Zai, Abar, Al Nafshenu, I soul. 6th verse, the Wow, the Vav, some say, the 6th verse. Baruch Yahweh, Shelo, Ne Etatan, Tarefa Le Shianehem. Blessed be he who he be. Baruch Yahweh, he who he be. Shelo, the one who has not. Shelo, netatanu, who has not given who has not given taraf, who has not given us as taraf, who has not given us as taraf, as gain, has not given us as taraf, as prey. Baruch Yahuwah Shelo, the one who has not, Nitatanu, who has not given us, Nitatanu, has not given us taraf li shnehem, taraf li shnehem, as gain for their teeth, as prey for their teeth. Thus, Baruch Yahuwah, Baruch Yahweh, blessed be he who be, we be, who did not give us as gain, tref, as a prey, tref, li shnehem, for their teeth. And so here we have the beginning of the second and the last section of today's daily psalm, according to the royal order of the Ethiopian Hebrews, after the order of Malachiah Tzedek, the Kof, Kaf, or Chaf, some say Kof, Kaf, Dalet, Psalm 124, the 124th Psalm. Verses 6 to 8 is the thanksgiving. Beginning off with the Wow verse, the 6th verse, the Vav verse, Baruch, Baruch Yahuwah, Baruch Yahuwah, Baruch Yahweh, Yod Hey Weh Hey. Blessed be he who be, we be. Shelo netatanu tarefa lishanehem. Blessed. This has the force in this sense, blessing. How do we bless? You know, there's the verse in the scripture where it says, and without any contradiction, the lesser is blessed by the greater. So how is that we bless? We bless he who be, we be. We say that blessed, right? Blessed be. He be blessed. So it's not as though we are blessing him, but it's like a praise by stating the fact that Baruch Adonai, blessed is he who be, who he be. Blessed is Adonai. Baruch Yahuwah Shelo. What has he done? He is the one, Shelo, who has not, Netatanu, given us, Teref, prey, li shenehem, to their teeth. The Zayin verse, the 7th verse, the Zayin verse, Nafshenu ke sipor. Nafshenu, our soul ke as like sipor, ke sipor. Nafshenu ke sipor. Our soul is like a swallow or sparrow, right? The sparrow, is a sparrow, like a little bird, the small bird, the sipor, ke sipor. As a bird, like as a sparrow. Nafshenu kol sipor. Nima litah. Mi pach. Yokashim. Our soul is as a sparrow that was rescued, that has escaped. Nima litah. Nimlita, which has escaped, which was rescued, Nimlita, mipach, from, out of pach, mipach, out of the snare, who has been rescued, which has escaped, Nimlita, mipach, Yokshim, the trapper, the ones hunting, the ones setting traps, Yokshim. Nafshenu ke sipor nimlita mipach yokshim. And I soul is as the sparrow which is escaped out of the snare of the trapper, of the ones hunting for she, for her. Ha-pach, the snare, the trap, ha-pach. Nishbar, hapach nishbar, the trap is broken, the snare is broken, the trap, the snare is broken. Wa nachnu, and I, wa nachnu, anachnu, us, I, the pronoun, we, anachnu, wa, and va, wa, anachnu, and we, and I, nimlatnu, wa anachnu, nimlatnu, nafshenu, ke sipora nimalita, mipach yokshin, hapach nishbar, wa anachnu, nimalatnu. And the snare is broken. Verse 8 to fulfill today's daily psalm. The 8th verse, Hebrew letter Chay, 8th verse, the 8th verse. Azarenu b'shem Yahuwah. Azarenu b'shem Yahuwah. Oseh shamayim wa aretz. Our help. Azarenu, our Ezer, our help. Azar, Ezreinu, our help. B'Shem, in the name of Yod Hey Weh, Azreinu b'Shem Yahuwah. All say, he who be, who he be, who made. All say, the maker is in he who be, who he be. And who is he who be, who he be? He is the Osei, Shamayim Wa'aretz, the Osei, Shamayim Wa'aretz, the maker of heaven, of the heavens and the earth. In the name of Yod Hey Weh, in the name of Yahweh, in the name of Yahuwah, in the name of Yahweh. Yes. You see, it's interesting today's daily psalm because even from the very, very, very first verse, we have this as a shir, an ode, Hame'ilot, and Lid Dawid, of ascents, of degrees, of David, beginning off with Lule, except if it had not been Yehovah, point as Yehovah, Sheh, he who be, who he be, Sheh, the one who haya, who was, wuhu haya, wuhu hove, wuhu hiya, Yahweh. Right, so the three stages of the name, or the three aspects of it, the Trinity. He who was, haya, he who be, Hove, some will say Hove, right? And he who will be, right? Right? We have that the Hiye, the Hiwe, right? The Yahweh, the A, right there. But not to get into that in detail, but it's interesting how this psalm brings that out. It's kind of like a hint right there, right, to the stage of the name. So how the name, when they said the name was ineffable, right, because of the three stages of it, right, it was those who had the knowledge or the spirit truly to know in what sense. So the pointing is very important. The pointing is very crucial, and this psalm brings it out in a few powerful hints to the name, and it fulfills with the fact and the declaration of the fact, right, that is in the name, in he who be, who he be, in Hashem's attribute of protector of the weak, but in that name, because he was the one who be, he who be, who he be, he who be, who he be, in the present sense, lule, except it was for Yehovah, he who be, who he be, in the present being sense, who shehaya, who was, Elanu, who was, shehaya. So Yod Hey Weh Yahuwah was for us, right, in the past. Right? This is one of the reasons why even in some of the names, you know, where people, they'll look for the Yah, you know, they look for Yah everywhere in the names. And you'll notice that it'll be the Yah part mainly, that'll be in the name, and usually in the back part of the name, right? Because that declares, when we call on him and say hallelujah, right? He who was, we're testifying to what he has done, right? But in the calling on him in the present, right, there is a different pointing because the name is Amazing. Lule Yahweh Shahayalanu. Yomarna Yisrael. The beginning and then the fulfillment here. Azreinu, our help, our Ezer. Azreinu, our help. Bishem is in the name of Yahweh. Yehovah, he who be. Wahu Hoveh, Wahu Hoveh, he who is being. He is the one that is, was, and is to come. So another revelation of Hashalush HaKadosh, Kedusa Selassie, in today's daily psalm for those who can receive. Give thanks, Chabarim. Yes, I. Song of deliverance, 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 deliverance. Yes, and here corresponding with this fourth sabbatical study, Vayera, and Shalosha Nashim, three mortal men. The Hebrew Trinity appeared in the house of Abraham. A little example of Wuhu Haya, Wuhu Hoeh, Wuhu Yehyeh, Tifara, Tafara, and glory.
Wuhu Haya, Wuhu Hoeh, Wuhu Yehyeh, Tifara. Wuhu Haya, Wuhu Hoeh, Wuhu Yehyeh, Tifara. Wuhu Haya, Wuhu Hoeh, Wuhu Yehyeh, Tifara. Wuhu Haya, Wuhu Hoeh, Wuhu Yehyeh, Tifara.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Jah, and the Word was Jah. In the beginning Jah created the heaven and the earth. Then created man of his own likeness. Gave unto man wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
For whom do the cock crow? For whom do the cock crow? It crows for thee, Petros. But here, braided in the Hebrew and the English here. This will go through the basic song of victory. But here. Look at Hebrew braiding. Yes, I. Voyage rhythm.
You are now rocking with Q-Play music.
Psalm 124.
מזמור קכ"ד, שיר המעלות לדוד.
If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say.
לולא אדוני שהיה לנו יאמרנה ישראל.
If it had not been the Lord who was on our side,
לולא אדוני שהיה לנו.
when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us, The stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be the Lord, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord.
Adonai, 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 Adonai. Ezrenu b'shem Adonai, 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 Adonai. Oseh shamayim va'aretz.
Who made heaven and earth, 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 heaven and earth.
Sabbatical study, this I Rastafari sabbatical study for this Shabbat Strong. Shabbat Strong. Shabbat Strong.
Chapter 18. Chapter 18.
Chase those prayers.
Chapter 18. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself toward the ground, and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on. For therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, So do as thou hast said. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah, and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. And Abraham ran unto the herd, and fetched a calf, tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to dress it. And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before him. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I am waxed old shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And the Lord said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed I will return unto thee, according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And he said, Nay, but thou didst laugh. And the men rose up from thence, and looked toward Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. And the Lord said, Because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now, and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it which is come unto me. and if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked. That be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sake. And Abraham answered and said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, If I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him yet again and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, Behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. The Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham. And Abraham returned unto his place.
Sabbatical study, this I Rastafari sabbatical study for this Shabbat Strong. Shabbat Strong.
Shinontan Vanika, Vitibastaban, Beshiptaka, Bebeka, Vlechtaka, Derek, Usahwiko, Umesa, Uchtapta Meot Aljedeka, Vahayul Tostapot Ben Eneka, Uchtaptam Almizozot, Beteka, Uvisha Aleka.
Know of a surety that thy seed will be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. And they shall enslave and oppress them for 400 years. In the fourth and in the last generation. Yes, you shall journey into captivity a second time in ships. Because you have rejected his instructions.
Hear, O Israel, 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 Israel.
Shema Yisrael, 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 Yisrael.
The Lord our God, 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 God.
Adonai Elohenu, 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 Elohenu.
Is one Lord, 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 Lord.
Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad, Adonai.
Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, O children of Israel?
Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Elohenu, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, here for the Rishon, the first, the head, the first, the Rishon, the Ras one, the Rishon Aliyah, here for this Shabbat. Picking up here with the first book of Moshe, from the Sefer Bereshith, here Genesis chapter 18 for the Rishon Aliyah, for this Shabbat, Vayera, Sabbath, and he appeared. Here, Abram, the friend of Elohim, the true good, the true God. Compare, contrast John chapter 3, John's Gospel chapter 3, verse 29, as well as John's Gospel chapter 15, verse 13 to verse 15. Here for the Rishon Aliyah, up offering up for this Shabbat, Vayera. Beshem Ha'ab, where Habain, where Ruach HaKadosh Yahuwah Echad, in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, he who be, the one. Vayera Elayo Yahuwah Be'elonei Mamrei, Hu Yosheva Petach HaOhel K'chom HaYom, and Jehovah appeared to him. Vayera Elayo Yahuwah, in the plains of Mamre, by the terebinth, the tree, the strong tree of Mamre. Be'elonei Mamre. And he sat in the tent door. W'hu Yoshev Petach HaOhel, in the heat of the day. K'chom Hayom. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, look, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself toward the ground and said, Adonai, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Let a little water, make a little water, I pray you, be fetched and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye all shall pass on. For therefore are ye all come to your servant. And they said, so do as thou, the I, has said. And Abraham hastened into the tent to Sarah and said, make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead and make cakes upon the hearth. And Abraham ran to the herd and fetched a calf tender and good and gave it to a young man, and he hasted to dress it. And he took butter and milk and the calf which he had dressed and set it before them, and he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. And they said to him, where is Sarah, Ishteka, Sarah, thy wife? And he said, behold, in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return to thee, according to the time of life, the hour of life, and lo, Sarah, Ishteka, Sarah, thy wife, thy woman, shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. Now, Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of woman. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure? Adoni, my Lord, being old also? And Yahweh Jehovah said to Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Is anything too hard for Yahweh, for Jehovah? At the time the hour appointed, I will return to thee, according to the time of life, the hour of life. And Sarah shall have a son. Shema, here for the Shani, Aliyah. For the second reading, the second Aliyah, the second up offering up here for this Shabbat, Wayera, Sabbath, and he appeared. Here picking up the first book of Moshe, the Hebrew book that is called Genesis chapter 18, here at verse 15, for the Shani Aliyah, for the second reading here. Wata kahesha Sarah Leimor lo Sahakati Akia Yarea Wayomer lo ki Sahakat Watakahesha Sarah Leimor lo Sahakati Kia Yarea Wayomer lo ki Sahakat. Then Sarah denied, saying, Watakahesha Sarah. Then Sarah denied, saying, Watakahesha Sarah Leimor. I laughed not. Lo Sahakati. For she was afraid. Ki Yarea. And he said, nay, nah. Wayomer lo. And he said, lo. And he said, nay. Wayomer lo. Ki Sahaket. But thou didst laugh. And the men rose up from there, and looked towards Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And Jehovah said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of Jehovah to do justice and judgment, that Jehovah may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. And Jehovah said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their chati'at, their uckery, is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come to me, which is come to I. And if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from there, and went towards Sodom. But Abraham stood yet lifnei Yehovah, before Jehovah. Abraham the intercessor, verse 23. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the ratchet, with the wicked? Peradventure, there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee, to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the ratchet, with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked, as the ratchet. That be far from thee, shall not the judge of all the earth do right? Shall not Hashofet Kol Haaretz do right? And Jehovah said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. And Abraham answered and said, behold now, I have taken upon I to speak to Adonai, to speak to Adonai, who am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 45, I will not destroy it. And he spake to him yet again, and said, peradventure, perhaps, there be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said, oh, let not Adonai be angry. Al na yichar la Adonai, and I will speak. Peradventure, perhaps, there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, behold now, I have taken upon me, I've taken upon I to speak to Adonai. Peradventure, perhaps there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, oh, let not Adonai be angry. Al na yichar la Adonai. And I will speak yet, but this once, peradventure, perhaps 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy for 10's sake. And Jehovah went his way as soon as he left communing with Abraham. And Abraham returned to his place. Sabbatical study, this I Rastafari sabbatical study for this Shabbat strong.
My advice to all is to fulfill the 10 Commandments.
Around higher than
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men.
Lioness Isaac.
It's all about righteousness, upright liberty, peace and harmony. You've got a heart to follow. We don't want sorrow. We've got to stand up and fight for our rights. Yeah. We ain't got no freedom. We live and we are slaves for Babylon.
must get work. I say you can't take the heat. We come out of the sun. It's burning out iniquity until there is none. I give thanks and praise to Allah to give me wisdom. He gives me everything and everything. Well, thanks to Rastafari. Him my is my attention. What you know? We are country repatriation. And all black woman and yes all black man. I put your hand up in the air for emancipation. And we know we gonna forget the liberation. Upon the microphone in a London, the vibes just a flow. And yes,
Murderer!
Didn't have no history to our homeland, so I had to get that information of our homeland from the street. And one of the first persons that really gave me some culture knowledge of myself was a brother named Father Ford, and Claude Brown mentioned him in his book too. He was the I forgot we call him Reverend, either the head of the Catholic Church, and the Catholic Church was a church from Ethiopia. And he first told us, I'm 4 or 5 years old, about the pyramid, the all-seeing eye, and things of that nature. So this was like different from what Moms would mention in the house about the church. My pops, his name was Jerome, and he was from Florida, and he just didn't have no religion. And he always used to say he never worked for a white man and didn't go for no racial segregation. Yeah, segregation. And that was that background and knowledge and information from Pops. Mom's was a college-educated person, so she gave us all that information that she perhaps got from college and the Christian faith, where she was the president of the First Corinthian Church, and that was a big church in Harlem, one of the first movie house that was converted into a church by black women. The Negro Business Association. My mother was very prominent in the Negro Business Association, and Pops was a businessman. He had owned cars. He had a gambling den in Harlem and things of that nature. So all that was in coming up, the information that I was receiving.
Okay, Allah.
Murderer!
Yes. That was Allah B. Allah B on Ethiopia, Elijah Muhammad, and Malcolm X right there. One named Allah B. On
Righteousness
Ethiopia.
will say. Every ghetto youth, stand up and play a part. Stand up for something, or you're gonna fall for anything. Listen for me. Righteousness will say. Righteousness will say. Every ghetto youth, stand up and play a part. Stand up for something, or you're gonna fall for anything. Listen for me. Righteousness will say. Righteousness will say. Every ghetto youth, stand up and play a part. Stand up and play a part. Stand up and play a part.
Yes. Stand up for your part. Get up, stand up, and chant Babylon down. Yes, I. Sodom and Gomorrah right here. Cableton, burning fire right here in this
Them a ball and them a scrape and them a flat again. Tell them to the real top of them. Forward we going, make we know we not go back at them. I'm gonna say they rush for warm to them can't take with life. I'm gonna put up. I want them, you see them as some mothers. They see that. Tell them we're not afraid to spray. Night and day. Skies and sky. Big tune a play. Sodom and Gomorrah, take your dirty self away. It's not shot till today. Alright, so chant, burn down Sodom and Gomorrah. Them don't know the minute now, the hour and tomorrow. Chant, burn down Sodom. Dibby, so they must be sick, they must be pharaoh. Me sing, just the beginning of them sorrow. Son boy gone down in a Sodom and Gomorrah. I sing, just the beginning of them sorrow. I no shot it, I know them life in a sorrow. Me sing, man, it's no shot, big night a borrow. You mad? No smoke, no coke and paro. You fool, rude boy, no live in a man shadow. Dibby sound boy, you left your inside Allah. Booga man head a figure pushing at the barrow. Little life gone right down in a the furrow. Mama all about say them inside Allah. That your whole family in a pain and sorrow where we sing. Just the beginning of them sorrow. Son boy gone down in a Sodom and Gomorrah. I sing. Just the beginning of them sorrow. This year is not just sound boy you must see parrot. So me sing. John, burn down Sodom and Gomorrah. Them none what them in it now the over tomorrow. John, burn down Sodom. Tippy sound boy me say them must be paro. Yeah, is not. Tell them we not stop beat the tongue. Tippy sound boy them a fi go down. I know them life gone down in a Sodom. Now yell them boy they call we no say them bung. Now drink them any and now drink them rum. Come a sound clash and a beat up them tongue. Righteousness nobody take this for fun. Them this
Then shall ye return, and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God, and him that serveth him not. Then shall ye return, and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God, and him that serveth him not. Then shall ye return, and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God, and him that serveth him not.
Chapter 15. After these things the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward. And Abram said, Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus? And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. Thine heir, 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 thine heir,
thine ear, the ear, the inheritor, one who inherits, the ear, even after 400, let's say 400 years. So here, let's just touch on the segue here. We're in the fourth sabbatical, but let's reflect on the important prophecies from the third sabbatical.
400 years. 400 years. 400 years, 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 400 years.
What about 400 years? That's all it's about, 400 years. Huh? 400, okay. What about it? What about the
And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And afterward shall they come, 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 afterward shall they come. And they shall afflict them 400 years. Thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, that is not theirs, that is not theirs, that is not theirs, that is not theirs.
Bereishi, ka, tet wow, ahar, Bereishi, lech, leka, tet wow, ahar, hadbarim, ha'el, haya, devar, Yahweh, il Avram, ba machzeh, lemor, al tira, Avram, anoki, magen lak, Shekarka Haribei Meod. After these things, the word of Yahweh Jehovah came to Abram in a vision, saying, Ahar, after, Hadvarim, Ha'el, after these things, after these words, Hadvarim, Ahar hadibarim ha'ele. Haya devar Yehovah el Avram. Ba machzeh, in a vision, ba machzeh, lemor, saying, al tira, fear not, al tira, Avram, fear not, Avram, Anoki, I myself am, Anoki, Magain, Lak, I am the eye, shield, I am shield for the eye. Anoki, Magain Lak. Sekarka, Harbe Meod. Thy reward shall be exceeding great. Sekarka, Harbe Meod. And Avram said, why Yomer Avram? Adonai Yahweh, oh Adonai, he who be, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go hence here childless, and he that shall be possessor of my house, of my bait, is Eliezer of Damascus. Vayomer Avram, Adonai Yahweh, Ma titena li with Hanoki Holek Ari U Ben Meshek Beiti Hu Damasek Eliezer Damasek Eliezer of Damascus. And Avram said, behold, to me thou hast given no seed. And lo, look, one born in my house and my bait is to be mine ear. Vayomer Avram, hein li lo, natata, lo natata, hein li lo natata, zara, v'hine ben beiti, Yoresha oti. And behold, the word of Yahweh Jehovah came to him, saying, V'hine devari hoa elayo lemor. This man shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine ear. V'hine devari hoa elayo lemor. Lo yeh rashka zeh ki'im asher yitz'eya mia me'eka hu yeh rashka. And he brought him forth abroad. Why yotz'eya oto ha-chutz'ah. And he brought him forth ha-chutz'ah, brought him forth abroad. Why yotz'e oto ha-chutz'ah, and said, look now toward heaven and count the stars, if thou be able to count them. And he said to him, so shall thy seed be. Why yomer? And he said to him, Habet na, shamayma. And he said to him, look now. Why yomer? And he said, Habet na, shamayma. Look now towards heaven. Hashemayma, in the direction of heaven. Hashemayma. Usfor ha-kokavim, and count the stars. Usfor ha-kokavim, ima tukala, lisa porra, otam. If thou, the eye, be able, if the eye be able to count them. Lisapora otam. Tukala lispor otam. Waya yo mera lawa. Koh. Yihye zar eka. And he said to him, so shall thy seed be. Koh yihye zar eka. Koh yihye zar eka. So shall thy race, zar eka, thy seed, thy race be. And he believed in Yahweh, in Jehovah, with Amen, by Yahweh. And he believed in he who he be, with Amen, by Yahweh. Waya Yahshveha, Loa, Tzedakah. And he believed in Jehovah, and he who he be, with Amen, by Yahweh. And he counted it to him for righteousness. With Amen, by Yahweh. Wa Yahshveha, Lo, Tzedakah. And he accounted why Yahshveha, and he accounted her to him, Lau, why Yahshveha, he counted her, Lau, to him, why Yahshveha, Lau, Tzedakah, and he accounted her to him for tzedakah, for righteousness. And he said to him, Sheishi Aliyah, he said to him, Waya Yomer Elayo, Haniya Yahweh, Asher Hotzetika, Meura, Kasdim, Lateta Lika, Eta haaretza hazota li rishtaha. And he said to him, I am he who he be, that brought thee I out of Ur, of the Kasdim, of the Chaldees, to give thee I this land to inherit it. Why yomer elayo, hani Yehovah, Asher Hotzetika Meur Kasdim Lateta Leka Eta Haaretz Hazot L'Rishtaha. I be he who be that brought thee I male out of Ur of the Kasdim Chaldees, to give thee this land to inherit it, to inherit her. Lateta Leka Eta haaretz hazot l'rishtaha. And he said, O Adonai, O Adonai, he who he be, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it, that I shall inherit her? Waya Yomar Adonai Yahweh Bama Eda Kia Ia Ra Shena. And he said to him, take I a heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. Why Yomer Elayo Kach li Eglah ne shua lesheta we'aiz ne shua lesheta we'ayila ne shulasha we'torah we'gozal. And he took him all these, Wayikach loa etakola eile, and divided them in the midst, and laid each half over against the other. But the birds divided he not. Why vater otam, why vater otam batawek, wa titen isha bitaro lika arat re aihua weta hasifora lo vatar. And the birds of prey came down upon the carcasses, and Abram drove them away. Waya yered ha-ayit, wa-yered ha-ayit Allah hapa garim, wa Ya Sheva Otam Avram. And it came to pass, Wayahi, that when the sun was going down, Ha Shemesha a deep sleep fell upon Avram. Where Tardema Nafla Allah Avram, and lo, a dread, even a great darkness. V'hinei hema chashecha kadola nofeleta alayo. And he said to Avram, Wayomer le Avram, know of a surety that thy seed, thy race, shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Wayomer le Avram, Yada'a teda ki agera Yihye zar'eka bi'eretz lo alahem wa evaduma wea ibnu otama arba'a meotashana. And also that nation with Gama etahagoi, and also that nation, and also that nation whom they shall serve, will I judge. And also that nation with Gam etahagoi, whom Asher they shall serve, Ya'evodu, will I judge. Tan anoki, I will judge. And afterward shall they come out with great substance. Where achre ken yetzau bira kusha gadol. But thou, the I, shall go to thy fathers in peace. Ve'ata tavo illa avoteka b'shalom. Thou, the I, shall be buried in a good old age. Tikaver b'seva. And in the fourth generation they shall come back hither, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. Widora revi'i yashuvu heina ki lo shalema eona ha'emori ada heina. And it came to pass that when the sun went down, and there was thick darkness, behold, a smoking furnace, and a flaming torch that passed between these pieces. Wayihi Hashemesha Ba'a. And it came to pass that when the sun went down, Wayihi Hashemesha Ba'a, Wa Elata Hayya, and there was thick darkness. Wihinea Tanura Shan. Behold, a smoking furnace. Where la pita Eishasha Arara Beina Hagazarim Haele, and a flaming torch that passed between these pieces. In that day, Yahweh Jehovah made a covenant with Avram. Bayomahu Karata Yehoah et Avram Berita, saying, Lemor, to thy seed have I given this land. Lizar'ika Natati etaha aretza hazot from the river Minahar, from the river of Egypt, Minahar Mitzrayim, to the great river Ada Hanahara Hagadol, the river Euphrates, Nehara Pirat, and the Kenite, and the Kenizzite, and the Cadmonite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Rephaim, and the Amorite, and the Canaanite, and the Girgashite, and the Jebusites. Eta Hakania Weta Hakanizia Weta Hakadamoni Weta Hachiti Weta Haparizi Weta Harifaim Weta Hemori Weta Hakanaani, We'eta Ha-Giragashi, We'eta
Chapter 15. After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward. And Abram said, Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus? And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. And he brought him forth abroad, and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. And he said, Lord God, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, Take me an heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he took unto him all these, and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another, but the birds divided he not. And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram. And lo, an horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. Thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the 4th generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And it came to pass that when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace, and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. In the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. The Kenites, and the Kenizzites, and the Cadmonites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Rephaims, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Girgashites, and the Jebusites.
In the whirlwind. El Marcos, Messiah Gavi, who let the black world do reality. Oh, what a Marcos, Messiah Gavi, Jaja give the power of authority. Marcus Garvey traveled from Africa in the black man's line. He teaches us how to live and said, be careful how you sign. The prophet tried with iron captivity, and he started to work in a Kingston city. El Marcus, Messiah Garvey, who led the black world to reality. Oh, what a Marcus, Messiah Garvey, that gives the power of authority. This young man started to work as them just leave school. A printer he becomes and he started to rule. He used Jaja Act in teaching us our roots and our nationality. Why don't they steal Marcus, Messiah Garvey, who let the black world do reality? Oh, what a Marcus, Messiah Garvey, that is the power of authority. Marcus never weary, Garvey never feared. He tried it in the prison, he tried it in the jail. The prophet said the rough road to the mountain top. Unite the poor and needy, then protect the and the sharp. Why don't them steal Marcus, Messiah Garvey, who let the black world do reality? Oh, what a Marcus, Messiah Garvey, that just gives the power of authority, great authority, heaven and authority.
Keep the rubber drum spinning, let it tune, the message of speaking. Keep the rubber drum spinning, let it tune, the message of speaking.
Psalm 124. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our souls, then the proud waters had gone over our souls. Blessed be the Lord, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, 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 heaven and
מזמור קכ"ד, שיר המעלות לדוד. לולא אדוני שהיה לנו יאמרנה ישראל, לולא אדוני שהיה לנו וקום עלינו אדם. אזי חיים ולעונו, בחרות אפם בנו, אזי המים שטפונו, נחלה עבר על נפשנו. אזי עבר על נפשנו המים הזדונים. ברוך אדוני שלא נתננו טרף לשיניהם. נפשנו כציפור נמלטה מפח יוקשים, הפח נשבר ואנחנו נמלטנו. עזרנו בשם אדוני עושה שמיים וארץ.
Shalom, Chabarim. Here, today's daily psalm, according to the royal order of Ethiopian Hebrews, and here after the order of Melchizedek, Melchizedek, the righteous king, even the king of kings, the Maui, Haile Selassie, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has prevailed to open the book and to loose the seven seals thereof. Here, a midrash on Mizmor Kof Kaf Dalet. Kof Kaf Dalet. Psalm 124. Psalm CXXIV. Here, Midrash, a study. Midrash here from the Sefer, Midrash Tehillim, Midrash on the Psalms, Psalm 124, Mizmor Kof Kaf Dalet. A song of ascent of David. If it had not been the Lord who was for us, Israel would say, here, the Aleph verse of today's daily psalm, Shir Hama'ilot L'David, Lulei Yehovah, Shehaya Lanu, Yomar Na Yisrael. A song of ascent, Shir Ha-Ma'ilot, of the going up, ascension song. Shir, a song. Shir Ha-Ma'ilot, L'David, of David, L'David, of David. If it had not been Jehovah, who was for us, who was for I and I, Yisrael would say, Lulei Yehovah, Shehaya Lanu, Yomar Na Yisrael. Or, if it had not been Jehovah who was for us, for I and I, Lulei Yehovah, Shehaya Lanu. May Israel, may Yisrael
the Prince of the power of the Almighty, Yisrael, Yasharel, the upright of the Almighty of the power, Yisrael, the man who sees the true good, the true God, the true power, Yomar Na, Yisrael. Read these words and hear Shema, Shemuli. Hear this, and read these words in the light, in the illumination of the verse, even the verse on Bereshit from Genesis 28:11 that reads, and Yaakov and Jacob lay down in that place to sleep. Vayishkav bamakom hahu. And Jacob, Yaakov, and Jacob, Yaakov, Vayishkab, Bamakom, Hahu, and Jacob, Yaakov, lay down, Vayishkab, ancient Hebrew, Vayishkab, modern Hebrew, Vayishkav, modern Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, Vayishkav, and he laying shakav, bamakom, in that place, bamakom, in the place, bamakom, hahu, in that place to sleep. Vayishkab, both to lay down to sleep. Vayishkab bamakom hahu. On the implications of this verse, Rav Yehuda and Rav Nehemiah differed. Rav Yehuda, Judah said, there, at long last, he lay down. But during all the 14 years, Yaakov, Jacob, had hidden in the house of Eber. Not once had he lain down to sleep. And here, Midrash note, Eber, together with Shem, had an academy of learning in that Jacob, Yaakov, he studied the Midrashim, the Beit, the house of study, Beit Midrash. He studied for 14 years. Eber, together with Shem, had an academy of learning, a Beit Midrash, in that Jacob, Yaakov, studied for 14 years. Here, Midrash note on there, at long last, Rav Yehuda, Judah said, he lay down, but during all the 14 years, Yaakov had hidden in the house of Eber. Not once had he lain down to sleep. So it's referring to the Beit Midrash, the house of study. Rav Nehemiah said, there he lay down for the last sleep he would have in a long time. For during all the 20 years Yaakov, Jacob, was to spend in the house of Laban or Laban, not once was he to lay down to sleep. Jacob didn't sleep. And what would Jacob recite? According to Rav Yehoshua ben Levi ben Lewi, Jacob would recite the 15 songs of ascent, the Shir HaMa'ilot, the 15 songs of ascent in the book of Psalms, in the Sefer Tehillim, in the Mezmur David, in the book of Psalms, Hebraically referred to as the Sefer Tehillim. And Rav Yehoshua, his proof, Minyanim, it is the verse that here reads, if it had not been Jehovah, he who be, who ye be, who?
was for us, for I and I. Yisrael would say, may Israel now say, Lulei Yahuwah Shehaya Lanu Yomar Na Yisrael. If it had not been Jehovah, he who be, who was for us, for I and I, may Yisrael now say, Lulei Yahuwah Shehaya Lanu Yomar Na Yisrael. That is, the patriarch Yisrael would say, according to Rav Shmuel Bar Nachmani, Samuel Bar Nachmani, Yaakov, Jacob would recite the entire Sefer Tehillim, the entire book of Psalms, book of praises. Minyanim, and the proof, it is the verse. It is the verse even found in Psalm 22, Hebraically verse 4, that reads, Yet thou art holy, thou art holy, thou art set apart, thou art sanctified, thou art Isla, O thou, the I, that art enthroned upon the praises, the praises of Yisrael, the praises of Israel. And here, in Mizmor Kaf Beit, Mizmor Kaf Beit in Psalm XXII, in Psalm 22, here, verse 4. Ve'ata Kadosh Yoshev Tehilota Yisrael, with Ata Kadosh, and the I male, with Ata, and the Ata, the I male, speaking directly to he who be, Kadosh, and the I are Kadosh, with Ata Kadosh, Yoshev Tehilot Yisrael, Yoshev, to be seated, the one seated, Yoshev, Tehilot, praises, Yisrael, of Israel. O thou that art enthroned, that art seated, the praises of Yisrael, with Ata, Adosh, Yoshev, Tehilota Yisrael. That is to say, upon the praises, the praises of the patriarch Yisrael, of the patriarch Israel. With Ata Adosh Yoshev Tehilot Yisrael.
מזמור קכ"ד, שיר המעלות לדוד. לולא אדוני שהיה לנו יאמרנה ישראל, לולא אדוני שהיה לנו וקום עלינו אדם, אזי חיים בלעונו, בחרות אפם בנו, אזי המים שטפונו, נחלה עבר על נפשנו, אזי עבר על נפשנו המים הזדונים. ברוך אדוני שלא נתננו טרף לשיניהם, נפשנו כציפור נמלטה מפח יוקשים, הפח נשבר ואנחנו נמלטנו, עזרנו בשם אדוני עושה שמים וארץ.
Psalm 124. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul, then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be the Lord, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, 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 heaven and earth,
Gates of Zion more than all the dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things have been spoken of the old city of God. I'll make mention to Rahab and Babylon to them that know I. With the old Philistine Tyre, with Ethiopia, it shall be said that this man was born there, and the highest himself shall establish the earth. Jah Rastafari.
I say greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty I, Haile Selassie I the First of Ethiopia. Honor and well wishes and favor.
I am that I am, mighty and thunderable Xabir Masagan Gramawi Rasfatar Madani Alam Tina Easterling the Coast Nagast, Sa Ethiopia, Ethiopia. Babylon burning, Babylon burning, Babylon burning. They have no water. Fire, fire, fire.
not south angels, but a stop the danger angels. Instruction angels, correction angels, warning angels, after the covenant angels, forever praise creator angels. So many angels, so many millions. Heard on high, praising the Rastafari. Angels, carry on, sound on. Cherubim upon his seraphim. Heard on high, praising the Rastafari. Angels, carry on, sound on. Cherubim upon his seraphim.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
I may say all praises to the Holy One of Israel, you know. I don't never wonder what kind of song me sing or comes me say Israel. But I show them no overstand, you know. Who overstand just overstand, and who no overstand just overstand. It's what me say. Cause I know for them I praise the Lion of the tribe of Judah, and them not say Israel. I want them, I shock it more again. Yeah. Give praises to the Holy One of Israel. Praises. In a corruption, me not go dwell. Alright, praises to the Holy One of Israel. Praises. In a corruption, me not go dwell. Alright then. Them I wonder what kind of song me a sing. So me say Israel and I hear the Israel king. And them lack of overstanding. Me burn them on them false doctrine. Alright then. When me say Israel, them I wonder and I ponder. Them same one I hear the Lion of Judah, which is one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Run go check it out if you think I lie me a tell God. When Jacob is visited by an angel that changed his name from Jacob to Israel. In that place Jacob called Peniel. Run go check it out if you think I lie me a tell and give praises to the Holy One of Israel. Praises. In a corruption, me not go dwell. Alright, praises to the Holy One of Israel. Praises. In a corruption, me not go dwell. Alright then, me have to heal up the conquering lion from the line of King David and Solomon. Burn them folly and them fiction. Tell them to back off with them deception. Israelites, you know to pay attention. Put ya in our meditation. Hail to the most high of creation. Let us rise to this occasion. Yo, and give praises to the Holy One of Israel. Praises. In a corruption, me not go dwell. Alright, praises to the Holy One of Israel. Praises. In a corruption, me not go dwell. Alright then, burn them religion and me burn out them lies. Me not go bow to that blue eye guy. This is the truth many try to deny. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shayan. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High. Burn the false prophet, the Most High prophesy. In this last days, them not get no lie. That's why me have to shout your guy and give praises the Holy One of Israel. Praises. In a corruption, me not go dwell. Alright, praises the Holy One of Israel. Praises. In a corruption, me not go dwell. Alright, praises. To the Holy One of Israel. Praises.
A lot of people won't get no supper tonight. A lot of people going to suffer tonight. Cause the battle is getting harder in this iration. It's Armageddon. A lot of people won't get no justice tonight. So a lot of people going to have to stand up and fight. But remember to praise Jehovah, and He will guide you in this iration. It's Armageddon.
Righteousness we say. Every ghetto youth, stand up. Never give up, you see it. Never give up. Fight the fight, walk the walk, talk the talk, you see it. Try and we fail, and we try and we fail. But what? One day we're gonna conquer. Because Jah never fail yet. And we still have light, and we still have fight the fight. Confident in the victory, good over evil. Yeah. Righteousness we say. Every ghetto youth, stand up and play a part. Stand up for something, or you're gonna fall for anything. Listen to me. Righteousness we say. Righteousness we say. Every ghetto youth, stand up and play a part. Stand up for something, or you're gonna fall for anything. Listen to me. Righteousness we say. Righteousness we say. Every ghetto youth, stand up and play a part. Stand up and play a part. Stand up and play a part. Stand up and play a part.
Shalom, Chaverim, Yeshua Shalom.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.